Hi everyone and welcome back to the character building playthrough. We are right outside of Renala's boss room and I just wanted to show you something. Instead of riding, wow, I cannot talk. Instead of riding Torrent around to get access to the Church of Vows, there is a very easy way in here. I got something mixed up in my brain last time, but this teleporter actually just brings you to the Church of Vows. Which fits us perfectly fine. Now the grace of this church is outside, and you will not find a sacred tear inside of here, but we will find two items who are quite important to us. Also, we will come back to that turtle. But yeah, here you can find the gold sewing needle and the golden tailoring tools. Now you can alter garments of demigods, aka boss armor. I think that's what the wording was on this one, right? Yeah, allows demigod garb alteration. Yeah. So, this is Muriel. Basically, he is your go-to if you want to get some prayer books and sorcery scrolls and you don't know which vendor or trainer you should give them to, give it to him, because this turtle will never leave this place as long as you don't attack it, so that's very important. You can attack in here, it's not a safe zone, but do not attack this turtle. This will be your sorcery and incantation vendor of choice, because as I said, even at absolute endgame, this guy will still be here. At this statue you can atone for your sins. We don't need any absolution at the moment, but this is how you get your NPCs back if you messed up. Also, I'm not sure, but yeah, Bok is still here, and I need to check in on him. Alright, let's see if he has new dialogue now that we have the gold sewing needle. No. Does not seem like it. Okay. I guess we can do this later then. But yeah, I mean, from the Church of Vows, it's a pretty straightforward trip to where we want to go next. So, starting from here, we just want to follow the path down and around. You hold R2, you get this nice little attack. I really like that one. Okay, come down here. I think we don't need the grace to our right, actually. That's okay, we don't need that. We still want to grab a couple of smoldering butterflies, since they are just here. Go. Let's go. Ignore everything again. I know we do that a lot. Hey, there's a grace right here, actually, that I completely forgot. Let's take this one then. That makes sense. Yep, definitely. More slugs up there to get some smoldering butterflies from. Over here is the entrance to another underground area. There is really nothing in there, I think, that I need to collect. But I will double check, because I think for one of the bell bearings, there's a chance that we have to go through that entrance. There are other entrances to that area, because there are multiple layers to that. And you will have to go to one of the layers, at least one of them. But yeah, I will check my notes for the bell bearings. First we come into this tower. And this one took me ages to figure out. I went in here and I was just exploring the place. And if we take a quick squeeze, see, here's an elevator, and Up there is an NPC that is very, very strong, and I was struggling. I didn't know what you can put onto this pedestal. Turns out, it is the statue we received from Ranni. And what this does is the whole thing is now on its head. So up is down and down is up. And that allows us to have a ceiling of water. Also, hands. These are so creepy, man. I hate those hands so much. But yeah, make your way down here. Around. Try to not fall to your death there. Which can be quite challenging, not gonna lie. Almost fell to my death. But that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for this corner here. There we go. And now you can see you can either make your way down through the chandelier parts, or you can come down to this level and just jump onto these beams here. And you can see an item over here, so let's make our way over to that item. There we go. See, you cannot use this ladder. Glintstone Firefly. Okay. Also, there's another item which I completely forgot. What's that one? Ha! Haha. Okay, I'm not sure if he comes. Oh, just a Holy Proof Dried Liver. Okay. I thought maybe that would be a ambush. You can go over here, and when you go in here, while the tower isn't inverted, you see this button, but it's like you look at it from below, you look up, you see the button, and you think, how can I step on that one? So, yeah, until I dug myself into figuring out Ranni's questline, I was so lost with this. I was really lost. But yeah, that happens, and up we go, open this door. And would you look at that? There is a site of grace here. One of these towers, and this time you are able to use the horse. There's also an enemy that will spawn in, which I will not fight. It's one of these guys, we don't really need to, and we will have a fight against this guy later on anyways, and he is a pain in the back. So one less time I have to fight him is one less time that I will questioning my decisions. Get some ruin fragments here. Awesome. And open up the door. This only works after you kill Renala, by the way, or else this door will not open. So all of these towers are basically linked to the demigod in the area, or the shard bearer in the area. Some of them work a little bit differently, especially one of them is very special. Took me like 3 playthroughs to figure out why it didn't work. Yeah, so that was fun to figure out. This one, honestly, I'm not quite sure about Renala, because I think you can start Ranni's questline earlier, right? So it might not be linked to that, just to the questline. I haven't checked that trigger, to be honest, so yeah, take that information with a grain of salt. Instead of Renala's Great Rune, we will be finding the Curse Mark of Death and the Stargazer Heirloom. That is the talisman that gives you +5 to your intelligence stat, so good one to pick up. Right, that's business done here. Let's go back to Ranni's Rise. And you know the drill, we have to run up and ride the elevator again. Which I didn't. Didn't I? Ah. I teleported out, right? Yeah, I did. That's okay. Alrighty, you know the drill. We are back up and Ranni is not here. The Site of Grace is here. You might wonder, but how? Why? What is going on? This step took me ages to figure out. Honestly, I was so confused. Didn't know where I should look. I started to read the messages here. Which, yeah, still just player messages, right? And I was like, there has to be something to be found somewhere. And I started searching, right? I started with doing Fia's quest, found a whole new way to access the Altus Plateau just through sheer accident. Also a very cool optional boss fight was there, and yeah, all in all, very, very interesting stuff. But this is a good time to return to Roundtable Hold, actually. Alright, we triggered the invasion. This is not what I was expecting, but it's okay, we take it. Basically, Ensha, the guy that is in front of the door of Gideon, just starts to attack us pretty relentlessly, and his damage output can be a little bit annoying, but he is pretty much a pushover at this point for us, especially with our Ash of War. 114 runes! Oh boy! Alright, I wanted to talk about a different trigger. Which is, once you reach the Altus Plateau, either the way we did it, coming up through the Magma Worm boss fight, right? Or taking the Grand Lift of Tectus over here. As soon as you set foot on the Altus Plateau, you will trigger the next step in Fia's questline.
I am pleased. Would you like me? Now.
Let her hold you.
You are so.
But now you can talk in secret to her.
I was known after I lay to do so before I was away. Pray, despite so pleased. My dear, might I? Could you please
Go through the dialogue. She gives you the weathered dagger
It's a very so I
and tells you about the dagger. So she says, please find the owner of this dagger, which is what we will be doing. This unlocks a whole new and different ending, and also, like, you don't have to do Ranni's quest for this, basically, but yeah, I just wanted to do it in that order. Now, the thing is, who do you give this dagger to, right? It's actually D over here.
Those who live in Baltimore.
Give him the dagger,
How did you? Well, I know very. Why don't I? Good work.
and you now have to reload the area. Once you do that, you can see he has moved. And you can now access another room back here. Oh, no, not back here, sorry, back here. This door is now open. We see D on the floor there and Fia next to him. D's bell bearing as well as his armor set.
finally.
And you can talk to Fia.
We live in what right? Our Lord.
And she just disappears, right? And this left me baffled. I didn't know how to figure out this ending. I was like, okay. You don't get a trophy for it, so I wasn't too bothered, but I was just thinking about it a lot, actually. So let's have a quick talk to our blacksmith. Completely unrelated, but we did pick a couple. We pick up a couple of smithing stone 5s. So let's upgrade our Uchi to +14. And actually, should have done this earlier. We have enough to get the bow to +6, which is where we will leave it. Actually, that's okay for now, basically. And let's get into spirit tuning our mimic tier. This costs a lot. Like a lot. But we still have a couple of good runes. So the Newman rune is a good one to use. 12.5k. That gives us a little bit of leeway. But we don't have more ghost glowworts, right? So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. We have the tier 8, 9 and 10 basically on the ready, but we need the ones between, which we can find in catacombs if we want to go that route, right? And we get the armor set of Ensha, which is the guy that attacked us, the Royal Remains. Actually a one of the heavier armor sets, but if we go for the looks, this is Twin Armor and this is the Royal Remains. Pretty heavy armor. If you take a comparison to the Knight armor, that is a step up in weight for the Twin Armor, but also more poise, better defenses. The Royal Remains is a little bit on the strange side of things, but mostly just also pretty good defenses. Good poise, like 21 is no slouch, right? And yeah, all in all, fun armor sets. We will stay true to our looks for the moment though. Let's talk to this guy here. Oh yeah, that's right. We cannot... Yeah, about Ensha.
My apology. Ensha got rather ahead of his master, but now finished.
Yeah, he doesn't have to say much about that incident, which is sad. I really wanted to see him talk a little bit more about it. But yeah, this door opened as well, and you can see the phantom form of the Dung Eater. To unlock him, or like the conversation with him, you need to find a key item first. Let's offer the spell bearing as well as the ghost form. Spell bearing 1 is these, and you can get the incantations that he would have offered. And in the upgrade mats, we can now buy ghost glowworts from tier 1 to 3, right? And we have our mimic on +3, so we need to get the other ones. We also would like to get the bell bearings for the smithing stones, just so we make upgrading the bow easier, and alternative weapons that we might want to use, right? We just wanna get those guys going. We want these bell bearings just to help us out. In the somber department, tier 1 to 4, we are basically set for 3 weapons at least. We have one 5er and a max rank one, so yeah, we are looking pretty decent, not gonna lie. You definitely want to pick up some golden seeds and some wet blade knives. So these guys here, the wet blades. There is one in Castle Morn. I need to remember that for some point, but also since we are here, we can now buy the armor set of Radahn, which is a very cool armor set in my opinion. At least the chest piece, or basically everything except the helmet. I don't enjoy the helmet too much, but whoopsie. It's this armor over here. Very heavy, like really heavy, but also great defenses and great amount of poise on the boots and the chest piece. The helmet, yeah, it's fun, honestly, it's fun. That's all I have to say about it. But as you can see, this would cost us like 36k runes, and you might think, hey, that's a bit excessive. Keep in mind, we did also pick up a Lord's rune at some point. That is 50k. Which equals at least 2 level ups for us. So yeah, you could invest that into Radahn's armor if you really like it and want to use it. We will use it to boost our arcane stat to 30. And we started on a Uchi with blood build-up of 45. We are now at 78. So yeah, we are definitely making progress here, which is good to see. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have to say about that. But before we end today's episode, we can do something in Ranni's Rise. Or actually not in Ranni's Rise, but it's just the nearest teleport we have at the moment. Get back out, we leave Adula alone. We don't want to deal with him right now. We'll have to deal with him at some point. We can also ignore him. He does drop the Adula's Moonblade sorcery, which was and still is one of my favorite sorceries. So yeah, if you're a sorcerer, once the time comes where you have to deal with him, you want to deal with him. Over here on Renna's Rise, you can see the seal is broken. Let's check, nothing here. Let's climb the ladder. This opens up another level on the whole Ainsel River underground, which I glanced over it, but over here, this structure that I pointed out, where I said this goes to an underground area, which we will skip, that's the start of Ainsel River. But you come up here, there is now a way gate. And this way gate sends you to Ainsel River Main. Why do we come here and why do we want to be here? We can only access this area through Ranni's questline, I thought at first. I'm still pretty convinced that's the case actually, because I have not found any other way up to here. But yeah, we find the miniature Ranni, and we find a couple of silver butterflies. We find a site of grace. And to progress Ranni's questline, what you have to do is sit at this grace and talk to the miniature 3 times in a row. And the 3rd time,
Oh, or is it me?
she will actually answer to you.
Eliminate the name of I will not perform for me. Eliminate the name of
And she tasks us with, whoopsie, eliminating the baleful shadows. Whatever that is, we will find out next time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.